Next question. I've read somewhere that you've brought a brick and a tennis ball to a meeting as analogy for passing on projects. How effective was that in the long run? Okay. Sometimes I think we need to redo this over and over again, right? So, kind of just sharing a little bit about what we did. So we have, when you're working internationally with different teams and working with people that you don't see face to face, it's very easy for you to, send an email and cross something off your task list, right? So, every day, best practice, come in, write your priority list, get through as many things as you can. I know a lot of people will, hey, if I can get an empty inbox, I must have had a great day, right? And so a lot of problems occur when there is assumptions made with handover. So, I might be dealing with a customer in Palo Alto, but I'm waiting on an answer, from somebody in Sydney. So I forward them the email, can you answer this and send it? And I cross it off my list and my inbox is empty. The person in Sydney happens to get that question, doesn't prioritize it the right way, or they may have received the issue in the issue tracking tool, which would be even better. But they might be missing some context as to how important it is or so forth. And the first person who raised that question really should keep the ownership of it and make sure if they're going to hand it over to somebody that they have handed it over the right way, right? And they have actually captured it the other side. So in the company meeting, I was throwing around a tennis ball and throwing it around between different people. And the analogy was, hey, if you throw around a tennis ball, you don't value it that much. If you drop it, it doesn't matter. If you hit somebody, in the arm, it doesn't matter. It's fine. You might get a little sore. And then we pulled out a brick and we started throwing the brick around. And all of a sudden, everyone stopped. Everyone paid attention. There was a brick flying through the air at the company meeting between random people. And it was, how do you catch a tennis ball? Well, one hand, throw it up and do it. How do you catch a brick? Well, your eyes are open, your senses are on, your hands are out, and you take the extra seconds to catch the brick, right? Not only that, but you take the extra time when you're throwing the brick to make sure the person's ready to catch it. And so it takes a little bit longer, but obviously we didn't drop the brick. And so I find trying to continually show analogies that people can remember sometimes help get those things going. How effective was that in the long run? Well, it's one of those things that's really hard to say, well, if we didn't do that, what would it be, and so forth. I think having a constant focus on making sure that we're not dropping things or we're not slipping up in any way, and that's kind of a customer service and a services business number one thing to work on. So I think maybe it's time to bring out the bricks and the tennis balls again. But something for you to try in your own teams and just see how alert everyone becomes.